breaking crypto news. I got a video for you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about what is going on in these markets. Are we getting ready to see new all-time highs? Because Bitcoin has broken above $91,000. Starting to hear words of the tariffs on China lightening up, getting a little bit softer, that negotiations are going lovely and great. And in aftermarkets today, as I'm recording this video, we're seeing the S&P 500 up 0.5% in after hours. Pretty big deal, pretty big deal. Saw quite an eventful day today. The traditional market caught a little bit of a bid. You know, Tesla earnings came out poorly, but yet it's up 10%. Interesting times, interesting times. Well, let's talk about crypto here. So without further ado, welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea. Hit that like button, hit that bell, subscribe to the channel right now. Let's hop into this. So today, Bitcoin is breaking above 91,000 United States dollars after months. Well, I think it's about 10 weeks of sideways price action and been nothing's really been going on. It's just been downwards and sideways and really just pinching. The volume has been pinching. I've been calling out. If you guys have been watching the Crypto Report, you guys know I've been saying, guys, pay attention. We're going to see a volume spike, and I think that's what we're seeing play out today. And it's very important to be paying attention to where this volume spike is bringing us, because we are not out of the woods just yet, in my opinion. You know, guys, I've been trading crypto for nearly a decade, and yes, I can be wrong, but from my past experience of being in crypto, I think that there's a good chance here that we see higher moves, but until we break above 94,000 United States dollars on Bitcoin, I am cautious. I'm cautious. And I know. I don't want to be raining on the parade. We're seeing Bitcoin make rallies, and altcoins really haven't done too much just yet. But Bitcoin is starting to make moves. And guys, this is why I buy Bitcoin every single day, regardless of the price. I dollar cost average in, and when the price goes lower, I increase my daily buy. It's as simple as that. And when we see real drawdowns, that's when I start to actually buy heavy. And I haven't really started to buy heavy just yet, but I did increase my daily buy when we broke below 90,000. Now we're back above 90,000. I'm going to continue to buy. But I just want to emphasize here that just because we're seeing a bounce here does not mean we're going straight to all-time highs. It is, however, the beginning of the potential move to all-time highs. And what do I mean by that? You may say, Blacksea, what are you talking about? You're talking in circles. You're talking about nothing, blah, 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 blah. I know. But when it comes to trading, it's all about probability, statistics, and fundamentals, okay? And in my opinion, I think that when you look at the chart of Bitcoin, if we can close above 94K, I think that really sets us up in line with, first off, this relief was due. It was due. But I think this sets us up in line with the 4-year cycle. And I think it sets us up in line with breaking above and retesting maybe a little bit of a double top price action for Bitcoin by September, October, November. Now, that being said, I don't want to get bullish at the top and bearish at the bottom, okay? We can come and test 94K and break down from there and make a beautiful lower high. And I don't want to rain on the parade, but I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm telling you guys what I'm seeing here. And I do think that alts will catch a little bit of a bid here as we test 94K. If the traditional market continues to rally, that's a great sign as well that we'll see Bitcoin come up with it. But I am very cautious. I am very cautious. My eyes are on 94,000. And I think that the alts probably won't make new all-time highs unless we see Bitcoin really, truly make more than a double top and actually make itself find a way above 110,000, maybe 120,000. But in my opinion, I think if things get crazy, we could go to 150,000, but I think 120K is kind of the peak, in my opinion, if we do get this move above 94K. And I think that it'll be quite abrupt, and I think that you will see alts make big moves, yeah, but I don't know if they're going to have what it takes to go to all-time highs. I think that this market is a lot different than what it's been in the past few cycles. I think that we're waiting for the Fed to pivot. You see Trump coming out every day talking about Jerome, pivot, Jerome, cut the rates, cut the rates, cut the rates. And, well, the Fed is kind of political now. And it's unfortunate because we're caught in the crosshairs of it. The markets are caught in the crosshairs of it. We need to see the Fed pivot to be in a more risk-on asset favorable environment, guys. And we need to see that pivot to quantitative easing. Right now we're in quantitative tightening. There's $20 billion getting sold of sell pressure on the traditional market, and it's pushing risk-on assets down with it, guys. High interest rates with quantitative tightening is not favorable for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. But it is fascinating seeing gold rallying. And guys, usually when gold rallies, you will see, once gold stabilizes, Bitcoin make a big move. And that's kind of what we saw happen in the past week. Gold was rallying to new all-time highs, and it was a precursor to now when Bitcoin's rallying up. But we're not at new all-time highs just yet. And I just really want to emphasize that I don't want people getting too excited too early. I don't want you guys FOMOing in. If you were buying, and then the time for buying was the past couple weeks, I think there's a good chance that the bottom is in for the short term. But really, we got to keep our eyes on 94,000 if we expect new all-time highs in 2025. And right now, I've been calling for the relief. But I am cautious about new all-time highs and saying that until we start to see these closures above 94,000, 100,000. I think if we start to see closures above 100K, then I'd be really paying attention to 120,000. I think there's a very, very large area of interest there. But as of right now, guys, I am cautiously optimistic, and I'm taking advantage of this volatility. I was looking for long positions on some alts last week. It was really interesting because there was a lot of divergence between a lot of alts in Bitcoin. There was a lot of alts that looked bullish, a lot of alts that looked bearish. And right now, I have been looking for longs. And I think that there's probably a little bit of opportunity out there right now if we start to break above 94K, that is. But right now what I've been doing is really been sitting on my hands waiting for the confirmation. And the confirmation was closures above 88K. So I am looking for these long positions. If you guys do want to take advantage of this volatility, check out in the description box below or pin comment down below. Make some profit, leverage trading, sign up to Bluff, and you get a $5,000 sign-on bonus, as well as there's like a ton of promotions they do, but the cool promotion that I liked was that if you do X amount of trading volume, you get a Rolex. There's other prizes like that and whatnot, and they have great fees, so feel free to check that out. But I've been really sitting on my hands when it comes to leverage trading. I've just been dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin and equities, waiting to get more confirmation on all these tariffs, and it seems like these tariffs are starting to soften up. Now let's see if the Fed can take it home, because if the Fed comes out and says they're going to start quantitative easing, I expect some fireworks, guys. But that's all I got. If you like this type of content, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel right now. Just want to come on and make a video sitting on my couch and just talk through my thoughts on what's going on. It's been quite an eventful day, a little bit of relief, and I think that we're due for it. Keep your eyes also into early May. I think that's where I'd want to be seeing either the confirmation that we're going to be pushing through to new all-time highs, or it's nothing more than a lower high. And then getting ready for a further breakdown. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about that. I know I'm raining on the parade a little bit, but I just want to be honest. I don't want to be a moon boy, and I'm not a big bear. I'm just telling you guys what I'm seeing in the markets. That's all I got. Follow me, 333 Black Sea on Twitter, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.